Hey guys, Bellamy here from Midnight Suns. I just got back from seeing Transformers Rise of the Beast for the second time, but this time I watched it in IMAX. And this video I'm gonna answer whether it's worth watching in IMAX. Spoilers, yes it is. But yeah, this is my second time watching it. I actually went for the world premiere and I did a full-length review, non-spoiler review of the movie. And I really think the movie is fantastic. If you want to know what I thought about the movie, go and check out my videos on that. But anyway, for this second viewing, I decided to go back and watch it on the biggest screen possible, so I watched it in IMAX. So let me tell you why you should watch this movie in IMAX. To begin with, there is no expanded IMAX ratio, so technically if you watch this in IMAX, you aren't seeing any more than you are seeing in a regular theatre screen. But the difference is, even though you are not seeing a larger picture, you are seeing more detail. So like small things like Rhinox and Cheetah's robot form faces when they are fighting in the final battle. If you watch it in a regular theatre, it goes by so fast you can barely even see their faces because they're constantly moving inside like this huge battlefield. I'll try not to spoil you guys in case any of you still haven't watched it. But there's this huge final battle and they transform to their robot modes in that final battle, and I know a lot of people are complaining that you can barely see their robot forms, the details in their robot forms like their faces, but when I watched it in IMAX, I could see way more detail in their faces compared to the regular screening. Now do bear in mind, you still can't really see that much detail on their faces because they are moving so quickly and the camera never really stops to get a close-up on them. So everything's still kind of in a blur, but when you watch it in IMAX, you can definitely see some more details on Cheetah's battle mask, his cheetah battle mask when he's in his robot form in the final battle. That's very cool. And you can also see all the smaller details like all the battle scars and markings on all of the Transformers bodies. So yeah, because this movie is so visual effects heavy and all the robots are so detailed, all the Transformers just look amazing. I think the whole visual experience of watching it in IMAX is really enhanced compared to the regular theatre screening. And the music score for this movie is just absolutely amazing. Like Jonik Bontom and Steve Jablonsky, they did the music score for this movie. It's just fantastic, man. I don't know what else to say. you guys really need to experience this in a great cinema sound system. And IMAX has a great sound system. The whole music score is just perfect. I've been listening to it since it came out on Spotify yesterday. I've been listening to it on repeat. And the music track, Humans and Autobots United, that track is perfection. But anyway, back to talking about the IMAX viewing experience. I didn't watch it in IMAX 3D. I only watched it in regular IMAX, but I would actually recommend you guys, if you have the opportunity, to go and watch this in IMAX 3D. I don't know if it's good in IMAX 3D, but from what I've heard, Paramount actually does a very good job in all their 3D movies, so I highly recommend watching this one, even though I myself haven't watched it yet, so I can't say for certain that it's gonna be good. But the previous movie, Bumblebee, came out in 2018 and it came out in IMAX 3D. Unfortunately, something very bad happened when that movie came to home release. Even though they made the whole 3D version for IMAX, they never released it in 3D on Blu-ray. So nobody expected that the only way to watch that movie in 3D was in IMAX 3D back then, or I guess regular 3D as well. But yeah, the 3D version of that movie right now is kind of like lost forever. I mean, I guess they could release it in 3D Blu-ray eventually, but as of right now, you cannot find Bumblebee in 3D anywhere. And I fear that when Transformers Rise of the Beast stops screening in cinemas, you might not be able to find the 3D version of that movie anywhere as well. So I highly recommend you guys, if any of you are interested at all in 3D, go and watch it now in IMAX 3D if you can, because this might be your only chance in your life possibly to even watch it in 3D. But that being said, I'm sure many of you have heard of the Apple Vision Pro headset, and that headset is actually being advertised with 3D movies. So there is a good chance that we will finally get Bumblebee back in 3D and hopefully Rise of the Beast as well. But the headset is $3,500 US, so I don't think regular people will be able to afford it. I actually really wish they released Bumblebee on 3D Blu-ray so that I can watch it on my PlayStation VR. You can actually get a cheap PlayStation VR for like less than $100 now. So if any of you are interested in watching 3D movies at home, do consider getting that. And yeah, if they release Bumblebee and Rise of the Beast in 3D Blu-ray, I would definitely just buy them and watch them on my PlayStation VR. But anyway, if you want to watch it in IMAX 3D or regular IMAX, which I highly recommend, please go and watch it now before The Flash comes out next week. Because I think once The Flash comes out, it's going to take over a lot of IMAX theaters, so we might not be able to see Transformers Rise of the Beast in IMAX for much longer. Anyway, that's all for this review, guys. Like I said earlier, if you want to check out my full-fledged review for the movie, do check out that video on my channel, because this is just an IMAX review of the movie, not the review for the movie itself. But yeah, you can check that video out on my channel. And as always, stay gold, everybody. Do consider subscribing so we can transform this channel into something bigger. Together. To all our one. Maximus, maximize. Thank you, everybody. Stay gold. Bye, guys.